Hi, welcome to Top Chef University. I'm Arian from Top Chef New York. Our third course is all about technique, and this is your final lesson, grilled seafood. Grilling seafood can provide spectacular results if you know what you are doing. It's really important to have the right technique for the right type of seafood you're dealing with, whether it's clams, shrimp, scallops, or even a whole fish. The subtle smokiness imparted from grilling provides the perfect complement to seafood's unique oceany sweetness. So let's begin. So we taught you the basics already of grilling meats, chicken, and vegetables. Now it's time to tackle seafood. Don't be intimidated. I'm going to make this painless and easy for you. You see, I have this gorgeous tray of seafood here. We're going to start with shrimp. Here I have some gorgeous head-on shrimp and shell-on. You know, for me, I like that because I feel the shell and the head add just extra flavor, and it almost protects the shrimp when we're going to put it on the grill. A nice little trick with these shrimp to keep them nice and straight and really plate presentation pretty, we're going to take a skewer and gently right up the back of the spine of the shrimp, we're going to gently place it through the shrimp. See how nice and straight that's going to be? So when we place that on the grill, it's not going to curl up, because sometimes that high heat, when you throw the shrimp on, will just curl that shrimp up. So this is going to make it really pretty. So we got a few of these. All right. Again, another important thing when we're grilling, always make sure our ingredients are nice and dry. You don't want to forget that. Really important. So our grill is nice and hot. Let's not forget, we need to oil it up. Clean off any of the debris that was left from the last time you were using your grill. And also adding that lubrication that we need so our fish, our shrimp will not stick. All right. Nice and smoky. We're going to place that shrimp on. Again, our skewers were soaked in water so they don't burn. I'm going to give the shrimp a little brush with just a regular peanut oil or canola oil, something very basic. I like to just give it a little season as well. These shrimp are going to take about probably like 3 minutes on each side. And you're going to see they're going to get really nice and vibrant, that really nice vibrant pink color come through. And that smokiness is really going to come through the fish with the shell getting nice and charred. Already you can see we get some nice char going on here. So let's let them sit for a minute. And I'm going to show you just another way with shrimp again. Not skewing them, but leaving the shell on and the head on again. That's how I like it. I mean, if you want to clean them, take the shell off, that's entirely up to you. I just like that extra flavor that it gives it. With these, we're actually going to cut through the vein line. So you're going to get the best of both worlds here. So that smokiness is going to really get into the shrimp. We want to clean out any of that vein line, get rid of that. So we have a few of these. You want to get that vein out. And we're just going to throw them right on the grill, just as is. The big shrimp are great. You want to make a great po' boy with them. These little ones are great, just for peeling and eating. So let's throw these on. These are going to take a little less time. Obviously, they're smaller. So they're going to probably take about 3 minutes in total. All right, so these large shrimp are looking gorgeous. They are ready. I'm going to pull them off the grill. You know what? Let me just give them a little sea salt. Obviously, our shrimp come from the sea. Let's just give them a little bit of sea salt. Later on, we'll drizzle them maybe with a little bit of olive oil, lemon. But right now, we're going to just start creating our beautiful seafood platter here. So I got those gorgeous shrimp. Let's take a peek at these. Just going to bring these down a little bit to the hotter spot of the grill. Maybe give these a little cracked pepper. Sometimes when we eat them with our hands, they're finger licking good. And already you can see they're opening up those, that's what's gonna happen. The backside where we took the vein out is actually gonna pop open a little bit. So that smokiness is just gonna really get inside those shrimp. So let's give these a turn. These are looking great. See how quick this is? These little ones are really fast. Now obviously if you have a grill with open grates, you might need to skewer these as well so they don't fall through the grates. So these have a few more minutes, not even, about another minute, and they'll be done. So our little shrimp are ready to pull off. Let's get them off. Now I've showed you two different ways you can tackle grilling fish. All right, there you go. Now I've showed you two great ways to tackle shrimp on the grill. The next seafood I'm going to show you is calamari. I know you guys are familiar with seeing calamari always cut up in the rings, but this I'm going to show you something a little different on the grill. Here we have some clean tubes and tentacles. So a great trick, because what happens with calamari, if you throw it on the grill just like this, it's going to curl up and you won't get those nice charred grill marks evenly on your calamari. So again, we're using our skewers, and what I like to do is kind of just weave it through. And then just straighten it up. And again, grilling, our seafood needs to be nice and dry, so I'm just going to lay it here on a paper towel. So these are dry. All right, so what I'd like to do with these is we're going to season them up a little bit. Just give them a little salt and pepper, a little flavor. We're going to brush them with a little oil this way. They won't stick. Now the thing about this is these are going to go so quickly. The grill really needs to be nice and hot. Here we go. You want to hear that nice sound. And again, our little tentacles, we're just going to throw those right on. What's great about these is the tips tend to char up, which I really love, but the centers stay nice and tender. These are great for a salad, squeezing lemon on them, just eating them the way they are. So let's clean up a little bit while those are grilling. All right, so the tentacles are almost ready. See how the color has changed a little bit? That opaque is gone. They've turned a little pink. The tentacles are charring nicely. Let's take a peek at these. See how this calamari, you almost want to give it a press down. If we didn't have that skewer in there, those things would really curl up on you. I'm actually going to pull these tentacles off. Let's take a peek at our calamari. You don't want to overcook these. Oh, that one looks great. Look at that. So that was about a minute and a half on each side. And these are almost finished. I'm actually going to just a little bit of sea salt on these. All right. I'll probably even drizzle these with a little bit of olive oil, just for that Mediterranean feel. And there you have it, grilled calamari. Simple. Moving on, scallops. The thing about scallops is there are actually a lot of natural sugars in here. So they tend to cook quickly and caramelize really, really nicely. So again, high heat is really important. Also, drying them off. So let's dry them off. We're going to need to give our grill a little wipe down as well. So let's get these laid up. And again, if you have scallops that are smaller, like bay scallops, since they're so tiny, they'd probably fall through the grates. You can use your skewering method again. So definitely seasoning, salt and pepper. I like to do both sides. All right, let me give the grill a quick clean. With the scallops too, you really need to make sure that our grill is really well seasoned, because you don't want them to stick. All right. So our grill is hot, smoking hot. I'm actually going to even give these a touch of oil before I even put them on the grill. They're going to cook very quickly. So let's get ready to place them on the grill. Scallops are probably one of my most favorite seafoods. I love them. I mean, the sweetness, I can eat them raw. They're like candy to me. But grilling them just gives them that little charred sweetness. It's so, so good. So again, it's going to be probably about maybe 2 minutes on each side. These aren't that large, so they should go pretty quickly. Let me just brush the other side. So these are ready to turn over. Again, that was about 2 minutes. These you want actually medium rare. You want some of that juiciness in the center. You don't want to overcook them because again, they get rubbery. But I can smell the smokiness just really, really taking on with the scallop. They're going to be delicious. All right, our scallops are ready to pull off the grill. And again, these scallops to me really don't need anything. They have such a wonderful flavor on their own. But you can always give them a squeeze of lemon or whatever it is that you like. So let's move on. Something a little different. Clams. These are just a little bit different. We're actually going to use the flat side of the grill. What's going to happen is we're going to cover them so the natural juices that are going to come out of the clam is going to create a steam off the grill and pop those clams open and get them really juicy. So these have already been washed for me. My flat grill is hot and ready to go. Really important. So we're pretty much just gonna, I don't add anything. They really don't need anything until I like to maybe squeeze a little lemon when they come off the grill. But right now, we're just gonna lay these on our hot grill and we're gonna cover them. Here I just have a standard stainless steel bowl. So now our clams are covered. They're going to steam for about 3 to 4 minutes. But while that's going on, I want to show you the piece de resistance. Look at this, our whole red snapper. I know this looks a little intimidating, but since you've already learned all these 4 other fish, This is going to be a piece of cake. What we want to do, this is actually a red snapper. You can get it at your fish market already clean, gutted, scaled, ready to go. But what I want to do to this fish, just to give it a little extra flavor when it's on that grill, is stuff the cavity with some nice herbs and lemon. So I have some fresh basil that I just threw in there, some fresh thyme, and a lot of lemon slices. And really, don't be afraid to really get it in there, so you don't want it to fall out when you're grilling it. What's going to happen is those flavors, as it gets hot on one side, it's going to release all these flavors that are inside and really give the fish a great, great, great flavor. So now that's ready. Let's check on our clams. Let me just wash my hands a minute. All right, now be careful, because this bowl that's the clams, this bowl that we're steaming them on is hot. They're not ready yet, but you see how they're starting to open here? Starting to open. Juices are being released. That's what's going to happen. Our steam is going to pop these babies open. So I don't want to lose that too much. So let me cover these back up again. While I'm waiting, I'm going to clean my grill and get it ready for our whole fish. And get our grill nice and hot. The thing about the whole fish is the grill should really, really, really be nice and hot. You don't want the skin to stick, because then that just makes for a messy whole fish. So now our grill is pretty clean. All right. So I hear our clams sizzling. So our clams are ready. They're all opened up beautifully. Now you know if a clam does not open, or a mussel, let's say you're grilling mussels like this, if they don't open, like this one, you don't want to eat them. So just discard that. So let's get these on our plate. Beautiful. Our seafood platter is really coming together nicely. All right, let's turn that off. Let's clean that up. Let's go back to this whole fish. Let me just get my grill going a little hotter. Like I said, really important to have the grill really, really hot for your whole fish, because you don't want the skin to rip off. We're looking to get that skin nice and seared and crispy with the grill marks. So like we've already stuffed it nicely. What I'm going to do is generously brush it with olive oil. Season it up. Really important. That's actually going to work as a nice crust. Our pepper. We'll turn it over. Again, oil. Salt and pepper. And she's ready. All right, our grill is smoking. I'm actually even going to give the grill a little more oil. This ensures that our fish won't stick. Pretty generous this time. All right, I think we're ready to go. Now this whole fish, obviously it's whole, has the bone in it. We don't want to move it around. We want to give it about, it'll probably take about, I'm going to say 12 to 15, maybe 15 to 20 minutes, depending on the size of the fish. I'm going to say let's give it about 8 minutes on one side, and then we'll check on it. So I've just cleaned up the kitchen. It's been about 8 minutes. I want to take a look at the fish. I haven't even touched it once. It's been sitting here nice. I lowered the heat just a little bit. Look at that. See how beautiful that is? That is really, really gorgeous. And it was easy, right? I'm going to give the skin just a little brush of oil. I don't want it to dry out, because don't forget, that's our fillet right there. So again, 8 minutes, not going to touch it. Just leave it alone. Be patient. It'll be worth the wait. Let's check on our snapper. Let's take a peek here. Oh yeah, it's ready to come off. I'm going to turn my fire off. This is probably the most trickiest part, is getting it off. But other than that, how easy was that? With your grilling techniques that you've learned, it's really, really simple. I'm going to just garnish this gorgeous platter up with some lemon wedges. Really, this is something else. And you know, it wasn't that hard. I have faith and confidence in you that you too will be able to make a seafood platter just as beautiful, just as delicious by using the grilling techniques that you've learned. So by using a few handy tools on the grill and utilizing the right techniques, you can make a beautiful, fresh grilled seafood dish any time of the year. Congratulations! You've just completed your final lesson for course number 3. Keep practicing what you've learned, and you'll be well on your way to becoming a top chef.